Welcome back to the Blues Lesson Series, guys. So we just finished going over string set 4-3-2-1 for our blues dominant 7 chords in A. So now we're going to shift over to string set 5-4-3-2. So the first shape, the root position shape, is going to be based off of our standard A7 chord in open position. I'm going to go ahead and shift that up to the 12th fret just to be consistent with the D7 and E7 and not use the open position chord. So I have a finger 1 bar, but I'm only thinking about string set 5-4-3-2. I'm not trying to mash down that first string. So when you're using bars, it's good to think about what strings you actually do need to press down with that first finger so you're not overkilling it. And then ring finger is on string 4, fret 14, and pinky finger 4 is on string 2, fret 14. Our D7 is going to be at the 5th fret or 5th position, and E7 is going to be at the 7th fret. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and A7 and D7. To first inversion. This can feel like a little bit of a stretch here. I think at least part of the trick with these chord shapes that require a little bit of a stretch is to make the index finger work. Right? It's very independent. It's very strong. It's very flexible. Unlike some of the other fingers that are just weak and we don't have as much control over. Of course, we can develop that. But you know, if you can get this shape with fingers 2, 3, 4, and then just reach that index finger back, it doesn't matter if it's laying on the other strings because these fingers are in front of it. So you know, and I guess it depends on the size of your hand and length of your fingers, but like I wouldn't do something like this to bar across. I'm really just thinking about pressing down that one string. That helps me feel the chord, helps me get my fingers in position quicker. But you know, be careful with it. Don't exert yourself too much. You don't want to cause an injury. Just try and find the most comfortable way to get it on. So in this shape, I've got finger 2 on string 5, fret 4, finger 3 on string 4, fret 5, finger 1 on string 3, fret 2, and finger 4 on string 2, fret 5. My root note is on string 3, so where that index finger is reaching back. A7 is right here, building from the root, 2nd fret. And D7 from the 7th fret, and E7 from the 9th fret. Here we go, guys. 1, 2, ready, and tight holding that one, so be careful with it. Then going on to second inversion. This is going to be linked to our standard E7 type shape. Right out of this position, think about adding your pinky here. That's kind of what's happening. So I've got my E major chord shape there, and then I add the flatted 7th with the pinky. So finger 2, this is for my A7 chord, finger 2 on string 5, fret 7. Finger 3 on string 4, fret 7. Finger 1 on string 3, fret 6, and pinky, finger 4 on string 2, fret 8. So A7 is at the 6th fret. I'm always referring to the finger that is furthest back there, and the root is on string 4. So that's my A7 chord, and I slide up to the 11th fret for my D7, and I'm going to go ahead and go down to open position so we can kind of connect the idea of this shape up here. Back in first position there. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and A7. Shape is going to be third inversion, which can be a little bit tricky to get into. So this is going to be my A7 chord. I always think about putting these two fingers down first. That helps me. But this kind of these fingers 1 and 4 going against one another while fingers 2 and 3 are down can be a little odd. And it's just something to work out. When something doesn't feel familiar or comfortable, then we just work on making it feel more comfortable. And thinking about the easiest way to get into the chord shape. All right, there's a lot that can happen when we move our hand or we lift it off, and if we're not visualizing that chord shape, seeing it very clearly in our mind's eye, a lot of things can go wrong, and it doesn't take a lot to make it feel like we're not doing it right. So just be careful with that. So I've got finger 2 on string 5, fret 10. Got finger 4 on string 4, fret 11. Got finger 1 on string 3, fret 9. And I've got finger 3 on string 2, fret 10. And my root note is on string 2. So that's my A7. That's my D7 at, we'll say, 2nd fret. And, sorry, E7 at the 4th fret there. Here we go. 1, 2, ready, and D7, E7, and D7. So to put that all in one position, like we did in the last video, we'll go ahead and do it down here in close to first position. So that would be first inversion for the A7 chord, and then third inversion for the D7 chord, and second inversion for the E7 chord. So there you have it, guys. String set 5, 4, 3, 2. As I mentioned previously, the next step is to put it in those tight-knit little groupings, so the transitions will be a lot easier, and you won't be holding that same shape, especially if it's something that gets your hand a little tight. Next video we'll be looking at string set 6, 4, 3, 2, and then I think we have one more after that. See you in the next video, guys. Thanks a lot.